This is Phantom Electric Ghost, and we're live on air from our Concord, New Hampshire studio, our bedroom producer studio. And we're very excited about talking about the new album Peg Forever, which comes out and drops on August 26th. But before we get into that, we do have a sponsor. So check out newsly.me, use the coupon code GHOST2021, and receive 1 month free premium subscription. Now, our podcast is on Newsly. So Newsly translates a video podcast into audio so you can stop scrolling and start listening. So use coupon code GHOST2021 and check it out. So the other thing we want to talk about today is actually supporting Peg. So if you see the next link we have is you can go out to our found.ee and do the Phantom Electric Ghost PayPal me to support our free podcast for musicians all over the world where we interview kind of a behind the music style. Now today what we're going to get into is we're going to talk about some of our music videos for the new album Peg Forever. So we actually create our own videos, and we have a single called French Kiss, Not Only Her Lips, that we're going to get into. It's one of the first singles from the album. And then we have Boca, Como Buceta, and that's another single. And there's a pre-save out there. If you click on the actual podcast description, you'll see that we've got the actual pre-saves for iTunes and Spotify for this album. Again, it's going to be on all platforms, including YouTube Music. We do encourage people to get it on iTunes and Amazon so you can actually purchase it. Can we get more money if you do that rather than stream it? But this album was a very interesting, and I'll go back to my main picture because we're not ready to run the video yet. But the thing about this record was that we've been writing it since the last 2 years, and it was part of a project that we had created called Catfish and the Hard Boys. It was like a 5-hour project. It's a very big project, maybe too much to digest. So then we said, well, why don't we do a greatest hits from Catfish and the Hard Boys? Now, Catfish and the Hard Boys is still available as a full concept album playlist on our SoundCloud. You can check that out. But what we're going to do is kind of talk about that process, because we have a bedroom producer studio and we're into expansive sound. So what does that mean? What do is we have hardware synths, like the synthesizer you see behind me, a lot of Moogs, a lot of Rolands. We like to create our own beats. We don't purchase beats. We write our own stuff. We create our own sounds. Sometimes we use the presets, but a lot of times we create our own stuff with manipulating the actual sound of a synthesizer using, either Robert Moog's subtractive synthesis or Bucca's additive synthesis. And so what we've done in the last 2 years is we had this big mega project for 5 hours long called Catfish and the Hard Boys, which was about being on the net and kind of being a victim of Bitcoin scammers and impersonators and dating, fraud. And so we came up with this idea, and it had a lot of songs. It was like too many songs, over 5.5 hours worth of music. So we started to cut it down and came up with the idea of Peg Forever, which is kind of like a greatest hits. So the Peg Forever album, which drops on 8/26, is basically us going through and editing that big mega project down to the songs that had, the ones that felt like they were singles or felt like they were more like what the fans could get into rather than this big kind of rock opera. Because we do like rock opera. So it's Not Only Your Lips. And so we're going to actually get into that. We're going to cue it up. We're going to play it, and then we'll talk about it. It's on YouTube, and this single is already released, and the link is in the episode, so you can check it out. So we're going to play it right now.
Fresh kiss, no one on the living. There's a deep soul. delicious, so killing, and intent, the heart, blood, passion, just deep, deep praise, yeah. Not only on the lips, it's deep, so killing, romantic intent of the heartless, passion, just wanna get off the computer and the phone and the TV and get on my knees and enveloped in abuse. Wanna get off the computer, wanna get off the phone, TV and get on my knees enveloped in abuse. French kiss only on the left. Romantic temper deep, so care. Enveloped by beauty, enveloped by beauty, enveloped by beauty, enveloped by beauty. A French kiss not only on the lips, there's a deepest soul care. Heartless passenger still. Heartless passenger still. Wanna live in that French kiss. When I'm not only on the lips. Wanna live in the French kiss. Wanna live in the French kiss. And not only live. French kiss not only on the left. It's deep so kiss and really get a heart of passion, just in. Get off the computer, get off the phone, TV, get on my knees and enveloped by her ravishing beauty. So close to just you and me. You're the living in that dream. French kiss, not only on the yeah, it's the deepest romantic intent. You're heartless, the passenger. Let that finish kiss. No, no, we ought to live. Live that finish kiss. No, we ought to live. Get off the computer, get off the phone, get off the TV. As soon as I see you, get on my knees. So close, just you and me. We're so close, just you and me. We're sending darling, can't you see? Let that bitch kiss me, not only on the lips, not only on the tongue,
So was not only, and that is the first lead single from the album Pig Forever. As we said, this is part of a mega project called Catfish and the Hard Boys. It's 5.5 hours long, so we had to kind of go and edit ourselves. Again, if you want to hear the full big rock opera, which is about Bitcoin scammers, impersonators, and kind of dating fraud, that's on our SoundCloud, and you can check it out. We've got the playlist included in the description of this episode. So the next song that we're going to talk about in this in our collection of songs that we're getting into is I think the manage to look in their eyes. So that was pretty kind of self-explanatory. We've got that song coming up, but what we've been doing is Expansive Sound. And so what is Expansive Sound? So Peg Forever is another album from Phantom Electric Ghost, or Peg. And we've been operating since 2016. We got into the idea of using hardware synths, analog and digital, using multi-track recorders rather than the DAW. And so what we do with Expansive Sound is a combination of multiple genres: progressive rock, funk, jazz, fusion, punk aesthetic, psychedelic rock, hip hop, spoken word poetry. So it's just like a collision of all these things. And we've been able to do it as the Ghost. We've also played with using characters, and the idea of Phantom Electric Ghost as a band. It is a collection of ghosts or phantoms that are not able to get to heaven. They're in limbo. They're kind of stuck on Earth. People don't realize they're actually ghosts. They think they're just wearing like some kind of electronic music costumes, and it's just stagecraft. And so one of the characters is Josephine Electric. Now, Josephine Electric is me using a Roland VT recorder, like a VT 3 or 4, 2 or no, 3 or 4. And initially we used a JDXI, and we discovered a soprano mode, and it changed my voice to this female voice. Now, Josephine, you haven't heard, you've been hearing just me. And I've been lately using a Soyuz launcher preamp, analog preamp, with a Studio Electronics microphone to do most of my male vocals. But when we do our Josephine Electric, we use a studio. We actually use the same mic, but with a VT3 vocoder. And Also, a correction, when we use the male voice, we've been using like a ZDM1 with a Soyuz launcher, and that seems to give me a big lift. Right now, we're using 512 audio mic into a Zoom L8 mixer, and that we've been using that on some of the songs as well. So the next song we're going to get into, we got it queued up. We're gonna switch to it, and we're gonna talk about the next song once we play it, because I don't know which order I put it in on this playlist. So I'm gonna go in and switch to the next song. So we're segueing out of French Kiss into the next song. And we do our own videos. All these visuals are our own stuff that we do as the ghost. Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta.
Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. I got a little addicted to feature. Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. Go down hard. I got 9 inches to feature. I don't want to tease you. Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. I just can't live it. Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. It was young and the down. I got 9 inches to feed you. Forget darn, I got 9 inches to feed you. And you'll be screaming. I don't need to tease you, but it's gonna go 9 inches deeper. Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. Go down hard with a margarita. Down on your glass. Your Boca, Coma, Uma, Buceta. Go down hard with a margarita. 9 inches to feed you. You'll be screaming, need it. Inches to feed you. I just wanna see you scream. Yeah. Come Inches to feed her. You know that you just wanna be her.
So that was Boca, Como Uma Buceta, and we're back and we're talking about the release Peg Forever, which drops 8/26. And we're pretty excited about this record because we've been doing records since 2016. Sometimes we do 3-4 records a year. We already did like one record this year already. But this is really like the dream project that we've been working on, because it's like taking everything that we've built up. We've been able to increase our capabilities. We've got a Moog grandmother. We got a Moog drum machine called the Drummer from Another Mother and the Mother 32. We've got our trusty Juno GI, which does a lot of channeling of our polyphonic sounds, including our keyboards and our guitar. We've got Make Noise, Morphogene, and Maths module. And these are all technical things, but we've been able to build up all these things over time, including an OPZ, better recording equipment. We've got like the new Zoom R20 multi-track, which gives you kind of DAW capacity right at the instruments with a touchscreen and ability to control stems, plus the ability in this album that every line that went into our R20 had its own clip or stem, so we were able to control the sound a lot better. And the combination of using an Akai Force for kind of clip-based stuff and an R20 for more expansive kind of stream of consciousness, it's been pretty cool for our development. Also, the use of the Soyuz launcher preamp for our male vocals and the VT3 and VT4 voice transformers for our female voices, and also using this 512 audio mic, which we're using right now. But we use that with the Akai Force compositions, and there's many compositions that we used Akai Force on this record. So it's a combination of using kind of modern Akai Force, but the way we used the Force is we didn't use samples. We played everything into it. We also got a Roland JD08, which is we used on a lot of the songs that we did this year. They're on the album. So the next song up from Peg, and we're going to finish with this one. We're doing 3 songs from Peg Forever today. We're going to get into Looking to Rise. And so it's the last song we're going to preview today. We do encourage people to go out to our Facebook as Family Electric Ghost, and also to our website, familyelectricghost.com. Hit the donate button. If you want to be a guest, you can actually hit the podmatch.com link so you can be a guest. That involves actually, we have paying guests, we have guests that are free. You can contact us directly on our Instagram, Family Electric Ghost, to become a guest on our podcast where we interview musicians all over the world. We have 2 different levels. Like for a lot of musicians, we do it for free. If you contact us through Instagram at Family Electric Ghost DM, and then if you are somebody trying to run a campaign, you can go through our pod match, which you can go to our website and you want to book a guest and you've got a business plan that you want to push your podcast, you go through pod match, and we have a direct link there. You can donate to the band through our PayPal Me on our website. You can read our blogger articles and see our episodes, and also pre-save the singles that we're talking about here directly on our website, familyelectricghost.com. We also encourage you to check out our sponsor, Newsly, who allows you to actually listen to the podcast rather than watch it. And so you can check that out at Newsly. Again, you check out coupon code GHOST2021, get 1 month free premium subscription, stop scrolling and start listening. So the next song that we're going to do is the Look in Her Eyes. So we're going to cue that up.
Entangled in tight, looking in her eyes, yeah, guys all night. Wanna get in tight, wanna see her roll back her back. Get in tight, all the fingers then I get it right. Her thighs on my chest tonight. She's gonna get it romantically all over her thigh. The whipped and the whipped all right. The whipped and the whipped all right. Gonna get it over her thigh. She's gonna get it over my eye. Wearing that like a minute so fine. No panties and I'm on the line. WDD, they die. Little dad all night. They crack the whip to make it all right. I fed the bondage with all in time. You're in the puddle every night. Where we both cross the line. Puddle there every night. 4 fingers, then you always cross the line. There's a puddle there every night. Nine along with the line. Crack a whip all night. The fatty boys do it, get it over her thigh. Crack a whip all night. 9 inches in, she's so damn tight. It's a fucking eruption night. Every day I touch her thighs. It's always gonna be a time. I need to get it all over the thigh.
And it's pretty self-explanatory what we were getting into. But the whole thing with the expansive sound is we've got a punk aesthetic. I've talked about this before. You can kind of hear it there. But it's a combination of what our next album is going to be. We've got hints of the idea of trash wave, which is the 2023 release from Phantom Loves the Ghost, where we kind of double down on what you heard there, which is a combination of new wave. You can hear the kind of new wave synth stuff going on with Moogs and Rolands in the background doing like blips and bops and kind of weird kind of portamento decrescendo strange modulation off of analog synths. So it was a combination of kind of like a power punk. Like I love a band from Minneapolis called Who's Kado, with Grant Hart and Bob Mould. And Grant Hart passed away, but he's a great drummer and also co-lead singer of that band. And I was a very, I'm a child of the 70s. I'm 54. And Who's Kado and the Replacements were big influences for me, along with bands like Joy Division, New Order, and Depeche Mode and Duran Duran. Also, progressive rock bands like Yes and the Peter Gabriel Genesis. So the idea of trash wave, which is some hints of trash wave are on Peg Forever, is this kind of punk aesthetic with really heavy guitar, with drum machines. We're actually using combination of Roland 707s, 808s, 909s. Plus, we have a Moog DFAM, which gives us this really awesome analog kick. This interesting sounds you can get from the combination of that. And sometimes we use the OPZ for drums as well. And so it's a combination of all these things. And sometimes we go for clip-based production using Archive Force, and other times we go for a more open kind of stream of consciousness jam style, which we use on the R20 multi-track from Zoom. But we're not dedicated to any one particular concept other than we like to keep happy accents in the mix. We like to do, again, like jam style recording. I would say 80% of our songs are stream of consciousness. We had a little bit of a plan for our lyrics going into the song, and then we kind of just let it go and let the muse tell us what to do. Again, if you are a band that wants to get interviewed and you like our style, you want to collaborate with us, contact us on our Instagram, Fam Electric Ghost. Direct to say Fam Electric Ghost, all one word. You can do a direct link there. Go to our website if you want to do a paying campaign for a podcast. You can hit book the podcast through the Fam Electric Ghost website. And also, if you want to support us, please go to our subscribe on our YouTube. Also, our website has the button to get to our YouTube, and you can subscribe there. That helps us out a lot. And we're on all the streaming services. So Peg Forever will be on Spotify, iTunes. It will be on Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon. And so we do encourage people to actually buy it on Amazon or iTunes, or at least download it, playlist it, save it, favorite, like it, the songs that you dig. And we hope to talk to you again. We're going to go on to Wisdom now and talk about the same thing on that app. So we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much for listening to Fam Electric Ghost. We appreciate it.